Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and yes, the title of the video is what you're seeing. Yes, this is 2026, and yes, this is where we are, and there are multiple reasons why I'm doing this video today on how to win in asymmetric battles. Now, there's probably 2 to 3 different groups of you viewers who have clicked on here. I imagine one would probably be the people who are upset by this title and want to troll and just like, why in the world is a YouTube content creator doing a video on how to win asymmetric battles? Okay, I understand to an extent, but there are players who are in need of help. Okay, second group of you might be people who are of that group and you're like really struggling with how asymmetric works with the bots, with this 12 versus 5 scenario, and you want to genuinely learn how to improve and be better in helping contribute to the team. And the third group of you might just be curious and interested in what I have to say, and you don't really take either side. Okay, and this is what you have to understand. I'm going to lean into the mic here. If I didn't have to carry so many asymmetric battles, I wouldn't be making this video. Okay?
I'm tired, boss.
This video is a carry, hardcore carry. I am going to kill 9 of 12 bots this game, and that isn't even my damage record, okay? I had another game, end of December, where also in Schlieffen, 9 kills, 555,000 damage. Okay, let that sink in. Okay, about every other day that I, FlimsyLunchTray, have been playing asymmetric battles, in my experience and perspective, I am having to repeatedly carry games where I have to get minimum 6 to 10 kills to win asymmetric battles. Okay, so I'm going to first talk about the 5 main problems I see. Why is this such an issue? And then I have actually 9 points of advice, and so you're basically going to get throughout the whole video all my perspectives on this. Okay, so it's not going to be like quick and concise. It's FlimsyLunchTray. I'm a detail-oriented YouTube content creator here and player of Warships. Okay. The first thing that I see that's the main problem that contributes to losses in asymmetric battles is when players take submarines or aircraft carriers or both. Okay, when I drop games and I instantly see I have a submarine player on my team, like this game, I'm already like, okay, probably gonna have to carry. If I see a submarine and a CV player, I'm like, okay, really definitely gonna have to carry it. It's gonna come down to the wire most likely, and then Lord forbid you throw in a hybrid Nebraska player or something on top of that. It's just difficult. Okay, now the reason why that contributes to losses in the game, it's not just in, like, yeah, and that's Fletcher just died 3 minutes in the game. I'll talk about that in a minute. The reason why that is an issue is because when you take a CV players in the back, submarine players are going up under the water. Okay, that leaves potentially 3 surface ships on visible to 12 enemy ships. And maybe of those 3 remaining surface players on your team, one of them's a destroyer. So now you have only 2 people spotted by the bots, and the bots will cross-map you to death. Okay, they shoot what they see. If they don't see any ships on their flank, they will cross-map shoot you in their Iowa. Okay, so it puts a lot of pressure on the remaining surface ship players. Okay, that's a big problem. Okay, that's one of the main contributors. You're putting more pressure when you take a sub or CV player on the rest of your teammates. Okay, and then number 2, like that Fletcher. Okay, there's going to be some innocents that get caught in the crossfire here. Okay, now we've lost our Des Moines on our team too. You push in and you die within 3 minutes, and you blame the team. Hello? Okay, now the Fletcher Des Moines player, they didn't blame teammates in this game. But I've seen it. Okay, I had no support. Or you're a Fletcher pushing into a full crowd of enemy ships that are going to target you, okay? You push in, you die within 3 to 4 minutes of the game, okay? Third, you wait way too late to push in and you lose on points because you do not have cap control. Okay, I'm looking at you Rhode Islands, you Satsuma players, Yamato players who play on the back line in the spawn. Okay, again, you're putting pressure on your teammates that are trying to push up, flip caps, and take the objective. Okay. Fourth, you turn broadside fully detected in your Minotaur or Genon right in front of a North Carolina or an Amagi, and their guns are loaded. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, one of the things you need to understand is that the bots will always target the midsection of your ship. That's even how the secondary AI works. But particularly when it comes to, Wargaming has adjusted the bot AI in Asym, where they're actually, you'll notice that enemy ship gun will be loaded, but it won't fire at you, the bot. Only when you begin to show side and go broadside will that Amagi, will that North Carolina bot shoot you. Okay, see how I'm turning out here? North Carolina, boop, pops a salvo. Okay. Fifth, super ship players, don't even get me started, okay? I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 good super ship players out of the many asymmetric battles I've had. 80 to 90% of the asymmetric players that take super ships I see cost the I don't want to say necessarily cost the game, but they die within 5-6 minutes of the game. Okay, I have evidence. I'm going to put some pictures on the screen. I have the receipts. You push in your 120,000 hit point main. You've been playing the game for 8 to 9 years. You have 28,000 battles. Die to a bot Fletcher and a bot Sovietsky Soyuz. You died in a 2v1 engagement in your super ship. A main. Hello. What are we talking about? Why do I have to talk about just that fact alone, okay? When you take a super ship player, it's best if you're competent, because again, what have you just done when you've taken a super ship in asymmetric battle? You have up-tiered the entire bot enemy team. Now you're gonna be playing against tier 9s as well, not just the tier 8s, right? And it's gonna be even more potent. And it's in the 6th, or now even Wargaming has made asymmetric battles even more difficult, right? In the newest update, if you haven't caught, they've received versions, all maps have received versions of tweaks to the hit point pools of the damage output of the bots. And with these tweaks, battles will become a bit more challenging when you play higher tier ships. Okay? But while teams playing tier 8 ships and below will find battles a bit easier. The game just got harder. Another main reason why I'm making this video today, okay? But, so that's the 5 main reasons I see losses in asymmetric battles, okay? And also that for the fact that tying to this article, Wargaming has postponed taking asymmetric battles out of the game. Right now it's going to be the game till update 15.5. So we have another 6 months, 5-6 months of asymmetric battles, which is why I'm doing this video today, because I kind of held off, honestly, to begin with. But now seeing the game, this battle type being in the game for 5 more updates, and that they made it even harder for tier 9 through super ship players, yeah, you can bet your bottom the lunch tray is going to do a video on this, because it's a problem. Okay, I wouldn't be making this video if it wasn't a problem. Okay, now I have 9 things in terms of general advice in helping perform and play better in the game. Okay, this video is a mixture of I'm just going to call it out for what it is. It's going to be some tough love if you as a player are wanting to get better in the game. If I don't reach out of the bush and hit you with the club, you won't understand. Okay, I'm not going to beat around the bush in this video. All right, number 1, isolate your engagements when possible. Okay, 1v1 or 1v2 or 1v3 whenever possible. Okay, islands are your friends in asymmetric battles. You know, here I'm in a 1v6 now. There's some islands between the bots, the back at A. We're pushing in on the Fantask, and then I'm gonna get ready to go for this Albemarle, and I'm actually gonna let my secondaries work over the destroyer and then I'm gonna kill my throttle because I'm like, yeah, there's probably torps coming from him. And then we're going to focus our main battery on the Albemarle. Okay, so isolate engagements whenever it's possible. When you YOLO in at the start of the match, all enemy bots have full hit points, things like that, right? And you push into a 1v5 situation and you don't understand why you died. Okay. Number 2, what I've just kind of hinted at, don't YOLO in the first start of the game. You push in and YOLO about maybe considered halfway through the game, towards 2/3 of the way into the battle, to an extent, especially when you have a CV and a sub on your team. You can't push right at the start because you just get focus fired down. You know, like these bots, when you get so close to them, they'll want to push out and go broadside. Okay, so I'm using that to my advantage. That can be another point, right? So okay, so I'm gonna say 10 points. But when you do push out, the bots will go broadside out like that, right? And I'm using my ASW planes to figure out where the other bot ship is too. But don't immediately YOLO, okay? Wait. You can, if you have a lot of island cover and you can push in and wreck, like go to town, right? It depends on the map. It depends on what bots are in front of you. If it's only 2 or 3 bots on your flank, maybe it'll work out, right? And you push in your Valparaiso, which I've seen Valparaiso players die within the first 4 minutes of the battle. The most OP ship in the game, imagine. Okay, number 3, don't stay out of the fight the whole game until the very end. Again, I referenced earlier, I'm looking at the Satsuma players, the Rhode Island players, the Yamato players who want to sit on the back line, the Aki players who are hiding behind an island the whole game. You have to contribute your hit points into the game, particularly you as a battleship player, right? Just don't be afraid for the green bar to go down, but don't stay out of the game or out of the battle and sitting in spawn the whole game. 4 is knowing when to cap. You might have caught that at C cap. I hooked back around and I flipped C because I saw how the battle was going, and in order to win, I know I had to get cap control, okay? Because when you sit on the back and then you don't maintain cap control, I've had Asym games I've lost because the bots got 1,000 hit points before because our team didn't have cap control, okay? You have to try to have cap control as much as possible, so we flipped C. We got those points ticking. You can see how close the points are now, right? We're like dead even. And I'm actually going to ignore Alpha. Part of it is I know I'm going to be able to win this engagement with this battleship player here, and I'm going to try to go dark as quickly. Let me jump to a point. So that would be number 5. Try to delay CV strikes by using your rudder so your AA has more time to pick the CV strike apart. So depending on what type of bomber squadron, attack squadron you're going up against, the CV wants to line up, like if he's got torps, he wants to line up broadside to you. If you try to go more bow in or stern away from him, he'll kind of fly outside of just like probably about within your AA range, and it gives your time, AA guns, more time to kill him. So then you take less damage. Number 6, time your battleship salvos. So like if you're pushing in and you know an Amagi is loaded and you're in Genon, let him fire before you turn out broadside in front of him, okay? The bots are waiting kind of for that opportunity to do so in particular. Number 7, you just saw some examples of that with that one battleship we're shooting in at A, is angle your armor. I see a lot of battleship players in particular just go full on broadside. They're just like, oh, it's bots, I'll just go full on broadside. No, like they will pick you apart in Citadel, the life out of you. So don't angle your armor as much as possible and only turn out broadside in front of the battleship bots in particular, or if you know there's even, be conscious of torpedoes only when you know it's safe to do so. Otherwise, I've just seen players trade massive amounts of hit points as this bot CV is going for C cap, right? Another reason why cap control was important in this game. Number 8, know when to go dark and heal. That's pretty self-explanatory. I see players overextend themselves when they still have more heals in the bank account, and then they just suicide and die. Number 9, yeah, if you have a 45% win rate, don't take a super ship. Or if you're just not confident in your super ship, don't take super ship asymmetric battles. If you're not competent in it, you're not good in it, you just increased the chances of your team losing because you've up-tiered all the enemy bots that are now going to be both 9s and 8s. Not just 8s and 7s, but now 9 and 8s, okay? So those were, I think, and then the 10 thing was, I forgot. I said it earlier, and then I was like just going to re-solidify that. So this game was 391,000 damage total with 9 kills. So we took effectively 3/4 of the bots, so 9 of 12. You see, you know, we definitely, Schieffelin's a strong pick just because of the secondaries. Like, I've had thousands secondary battery ribbons. This isn't my highest base XP I've done in a Schlieffen. The 555,000 damage game was 2,389 base XP. And it was only me and the GK who got any kills. 3 teammates this game didn't contribute to any kills at all. Okay. We took 120,000 damage. Our potential damage 1.4 million. We did what we could to isolate engagements because we had to maintain our hit points for the whole duration of the battle. And then you can see, you know, just the damage output overall. And let me mind you, Shikaku, 57 planes, and none of those were fighters. So 1 spotter from some ship we fired. So 56 attack aircraft we shot down in Schlieffen. And I think just with the green XP booster, it was 490,000 credits, but I was running a blue booster just because I was wanting to pick up containers and I only had like 1 or 2 battles to play for the day. So, so that was a carry. Okay. So I really hope this video is viewed as helpful. I'm not trying to be cheeky or come across like heavily critical or something like that. I'm just trying to give some tough love, and if you have been having a difficult time in asymmetric battles, I hope this helps. If you are tired of your team collapsing underneath you and you want to know how to better carry the asymmetric battle, I hope this video helps you. And if you came to troll and didn't even watch the video and you're just constantly going to the comments and like, hey, it's YouTube, like, that's the content creator's life. It happens. I've made enough videos and had enough sass from people in the game who don't even understand, you know, maybe, and part of it too can be, you know, I've had players who give other players a hard time, even like with co-op, and it's like that randoms player has only ever played 10 co-op battles and griefing some co-op players or players in the game. You might have a difficult time in co-op, right? I've seen 92% run rates in co-op, okay? Realistically, you should be 98 and up in co-op. But I've seen people struggle in co-op. You know, there's a lot of different reasons for players. I know some have can have different impairments or maybe even different disabilities. Like Jingle's future person who's legally blind playing World of Warships, who had, what was it? I think a nurse or some well caretakers, and so the legally blind person, I believe, would say when to fire and then like how to position the ship. There's like 2 or 3 of them, and that seems like it's actually kind of cool. So I know that there's a wide spectrum of players and people who play this game, and this video is to try to keep that diversity, if you will, in mind. Different people who play the game, whether you're a 13-year-old playing World of Warships, whether you are 75, retired, living life in Florida, North America, or yeah, just a number of different things. Like, that's the ultimate goal of why I do a lot of these help videos, guides in the game, is to try to help keep all players in mind, okay? Even though I'll get flack probably still for doing this video. Whatever. Alright, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it has helped, all said and done. So if you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe to see more. If you are subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it. And thank you to Patreon supporters. Until next time, take care.